Welcome to my home studio. I have a computer with an 8-core AMD processor, 32 gig of RAM. I'm using an X32 mixer, and I'm using an X-Touch with 2 X-Touch extenders. Now let's add the X-Touch extender to the X-Touch. This gives us the ability to look at 16 tracks at one time instead of 8. Let's get started by connecting the USB cable to the output side of the X-Touch and plug it into the input side of the X-Touch extender. Power them up, let your computer load the drivers that it needs. Now that the X-Touch extender is connected to the X-Touch, let's open up Sonar and we're going to create another control surface, just like we did before with the X-Touch. We're going to start by clicking on Edit and Preferences. Then we're going to go down to the MIDI section and Control Surfaces. This time when we do add a new control surface, let me zoom in a little bit. There you go. That's better. We're going to choose X-Touch Extender this time. And then in the input port, we should also choose X-Touch Extender. And for the output port, we should choose X-Touch Extender. Now again, if X-Touch Extender doesn't show up in there, then we need to go up into the devices. So close this box out, go up to Devices, and click on the X-Touch Extender. Make sure X-Touch Extender and X-Touch are both clicked on both the input ports and the output ports. Then go back to the Device Manager. Since you've already created this device, click on the drop-down menu next to the device, then click on X-Touch Extender for input, X-Touch Extender for output. When this is done, click Apply, and then click OK, and then close Sonar out, just to be safe. Now let's open Sonar again. This time when Sonar opens up, we're going to choose a different project. This one looks good. One thing you'll notice that as soon as a project opens up, your X-Touch and your X-Touch Extender should both, all the faders should move, and they will look identical. And when you look at the X-Touch and the X-Touch Extender, they'll both be numbered tracks 1 through 8 and 1 through 8. Well, that's not going to work. You don't want to have two 1 through 8 control surfaces. So we need to fix that. This part is easy. We've already done all the setup in the X-Touch. So now all we need to do is set up the configuration of the X-Touch and the X-Touch Extender. Here's how we're going to do that. Click on the ACT again. Now just leave it in Mackie control. You don't need to change that. Click on the box in the bottom left-hand corner so that your dialog box opens up again. Here, I'll zoom in on this just a little bit so it's a little easier to see. We set it all up already in the X-Touch. This time, the only thing that we need to do is go down to the control layout. When you click on this, you will see on your X-Touch Extender, it'll say 1 through 8. Your X-Touch will say 1 through 8. Using the first fader knob, you can change the lower address coming into that device. So I'll set mine up at channel 9 so that my X-Touch Extender is channels 1 through 8. My X-Touch is channel 9 through 16. Now that that's finished, you can close out of that dialog box You'll notice on the left side of your track view one color strip for the X-Touch extender on 1 through 8 and another color strip for the X-Touch on 9 through 16. So close out Sonar again. Is it always necessary? I don't know. It tends to work for me. Open your project up again. Let's verify the operation. You'll notice it takes just a little bit longer now than it did before because you're opening 2 devices. So just be patient and wait for the projects to open up so that when they do, we can verify the operation of both devices to make sure they're working as we had set them up. Verify that everything is marked correctly and the names you have in the tracks appear in your X-Touch and your X-Touch extender, and then use the transport buttons on the X-Touch and try to control it from both devices. I hope you found this video helpful and it made this whole process easier for you.